to my channel Deep Astro Universe. Today I'll be talking about Gemini Lagna. How will be their 2024? Before I begin with the predictions, some things are really crucial that you need to keep in mind before you understand any year's prediction for your Lagna or even your moon sign. You need to keep in mind that whatever that year is, particular year, suppose this is 2024, the summation of this year is 8. Now, this number is really crucial for this whole year, and this number is ruled by Saturn. So, this year 2024 is all about Saturnian energy. So, many people, someone questioned me in my comment section that why Saturn is so important. See, Saturn is first of all ruling this year 2024, so definitely it's very important. And Saturn is basically called as Kal. Kal means time, okay? And this astrology is basically about space and time, space time. It's a space time science. So now, space is what? Space is basically your own Mahadasha and Antardasha. So everybody has got their own space and time is Saturn. So the transition of Saturn from retrograde to direct and direct to retrograde, and even the transit of Saturn becomes very crucial for everyone. Now, somebody will say, if I'm talking about Gemini Lagna, then for all the Gemini Lagna people, this Saturn is transiting in their ninth house. So that means their time could be the same. No, no Gemini Lagna will be having same time because their space is different. One is having some particular Mahadasha, like suppose Mars Mahadasha, the other might be having Rahu Mahadasha, or the third Gemini Lagna might be having Saturn Mahadasha. So nobody is in the same space. We all are in different space. So time could be same. Means for two Gemini Lagna, suppose I am talking about two Gemini Lagna people, they are having same time. Okay, they have Saturn in their ninth house currently, and even their moon sign is also supposed same. They have got same moon sign. Like they're talking about Sagittarius moon. Suppose they have Sagittarius, two Gemini Lagna people having same moon sign. Okay, Sagittarius moon sign. So their time became same because Saturn is transiting in their ninth house. And even from their moon sign, Sagittarius moon sign, it's in the third house. So the time became same for them. But space will still remain different for both these people. So that's the reason the analysis of your own personalized kundli completely differs from others' personalized kundli for a particular year. So now beginning with Gemini. Now because this year is all about Saturn and Saturn will be placed in your Aquarius sign ninth house. It becomes really important. Why? Because it's your 8th house lord and ninth house lord. So sitting in ninth house, Saturn will be aspecting your 11th house, your third house, and your sixth house. Now, one thing that you need to keep in mind is this, that for all the Gemini Lagna people, because Saturn rule your ninth house, whatever Saturn will give you through your luck, through your luck, through whatever degree, higher education you have acquired, through that even, whatever it will give you, okay, or even if you send, if it send you for higher education also, okay, or it send you to different distant place for anything, for new change, because new changes are coming in your life. Your Rahu is transiting in your 10th house, so in your career specifically, whatever changes are coming in your life, it is going to give you certain amount of transformation and lot of tension, and burden, because Saturn also rules your 8th house. That's the reason it will give you lot of things out of luck in your career, lot of good changes, movement, good movement, lot of gains. But problem is that lot of hard work, lot of worries and tension. Okay. Now another thing that you need to keep in mind, that this year lot of people will get, everybody will get responsibility in some or the other areas. Now for Gemini Lagna, you will get responsibility towards your own work. Okay, the changes that are happening in your life. Okay, because it is aspecting, I should say, because the changes are coming, it's all, the responsibility is towards your changes, your bosses, how you deal with your bosses, how you deal with your higher authorities, responsibility towards them. You have to listen to them what they say. Then responsibilities towards your social life, how you are dealing with your social environment, the people around you, maybe in your career or professional life. Then even how you are going to communicate with them, or how you are going to use your skills, because it's aspecting your third house. How you are going to use your willpower, strength, your skills, and communication skills too, not just digital skills, but even communication skills. And even you will have to travel. Everyday travel is involved in your life. And even it is also aspecting your sixth house. It is even giving you responsibility towards your daily routine life, how you are going to handle your daily routine life, your service 9 to 5 job, everything. It's going to give responsibility towards all these areas for all the Gemini Lagna people. Now, depending on your space, your Mahadasha Antardasha, uh, the effect will be, the percentage of this effect will be less or high. It all depends on your own space, that is your Mahadasha Antardasha. Now, then, talking about the pattern of this whole year. When I talk about the pattern of this whole year, the beginning of this year, Mercury will be in the sign of Scorpio. That means in the sign of Scorpio is in your sixth house. In sixth house means this year you will get responsibility. You will be very service oriented. Daily routine work life will start in your life. You will be wholly focused on your daily routine life. 9 to 5 life and all those things. Your whole year will be all about 9 to 5. Your service, okay, and even it can give you certain amount of clashes, fights, especially verbal and communication. Fights which happen verbally with people in your work environment, because sixth house is all about your work 9 to 5 job also. And sixth house is also about fights and litigation and clashes, competition. So there will be a lot of competition, there will be a lot of fights, there could occur verbal fights in your work environment. So make sure you don't fight with people around you. You just concentrate on your work, on your daily work. That's it. Else, this whole year is talking about the journey of this year. The beginning of this year is talking about the pattern that you will be focused on 9 to 5, your daily work life. If you're a housewife, also, then also your daily work life, whatever is there in your home life, in your home, whatever you do, that pattern, you will be focused toward that area. And those who are into service, they will focus into their 9 to 5 job. And because Mercury is placed in the sign of Scorpio, so make sure this year you don't fight with people. You don't have those verbal fights. Else, it will result in split or some tension and worries. Okay, some difficulties. Okay. Then other thing is that this year could also bring certain health issues. So if the Mahadasha, Antardasha is not in your favor in terms of health issues, in terms of fights and litigation, competition, then make sure you deal with people very nicely, especially through your communication. Do not fight with people, do not have verbal fight. Do not begin or start any fight, any kind of competition, any kind of verbal spat. I'm talking to all the Gemini Lagna people. Make sure don't do that this year, else it will result in a big havoc for you. It might result into very difficult situation for you. Then another thing that I talked about is your health issue. So you might suffer from some serious, if not serious, then some health issues this year. Why? Because this beginning of year is talking about, if the Mahadasha and Antardasha, your space is not currently good, you are not currently in the good space, then you might face problems related to these two areas in your health, or even in your relationships, especially with those people who are working along with you. Okay. As I said, this whole year is talking about you need to be responsible towards your responsibility will be towards your bosses, your gurus, because this year is especially talking about you have to be responsible towards them. You need to listen to them and follow them. If you are not going to follow them and your social circle, 11th house, social circle, people who are there in your social circle, especially in your professional life, and even if you are not going to focus on your communication, on your digital work, and even uh, on your skills, then this can result in difficult situation for you. Okay, so make sure you handle the whole year with responsibility. Else, as I can see, I have already given you caution. Do not fight with people, verbal fights. Stay away from all these things, especially in your work environment. And make sure keep in check of your health. Okay, these two things. Rest, everything will be intact. You will get a lot of responsibility this year. So for all the Gemini Lagna people, this was for you. If you want to get your personalized consultation for 2024 in respect of career, health, wealth, and relationship, you can contact me on my email ID or my WhatsApp number. But make sure you have to get it paid, because it's all paid. You have to pay for it. Whatever analysis I do, it requires lot and lot of techniques which I use to do it. It's not an easy job. You pay for everything, every service you get in your life. Okay, so it's not a free kind of thing, though. I'm giving it at a very less cost, and it's very reasonable too. Okay, so that's all for Gemini Lagna. If you really like this video, then please do subscribe to my channel Deep Astro Universe. Thank you so much. Dhanyavad.